Hey, welcome back. Today we're diving into some absolutely massive Star Wars news that just dropped from reliable insider Daniel RPK. If you haven't heard, Ryan Gosling is officially headed to a galaxy far, far away, and we've got some juicy details about who might be joining him. That's right, Ryan Gosling, one of Hollywood's most versatile and acclaimed actors, is set to star in his own Star Wars movie. And if that wasn't exciting enough, we've also got details about the supporting cast they're currently assembling. Before we jump in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you never miss any breaking Star Wars news. Now let's get into everything we know so far about this potentially game-changing Star Wars project. According to Daniel RPK, who has a solid track record with scoops like this, Ryan Gosling's Star Wars movie is starting to take shape. Here's what we know specifically. First, Gosling will be starring alongside a young male Padawan character. Apparently, Lucasfilm has already made an offer to an actor for this role, though we don't yet know who. Second, there will be a male villain. Again, no details on casting yet, but this suggests a classic master-apprentice versus antagonist setup. And perhaps most interestingly, there are reportedly 4 major female roles that Lucasfilm is currently in the process of casting. This suggests a story with a rich ensemble cast, rather than just focusing on Gosling's character. Now, let me just say, wow. First of all, Ryan Gosling in Star Wars should be absolutely incredible. The depth and grit he brings to his roles, along with his natural personality and charm, could be exactly the injection of life the Star Wars franchise needs right now. This is an actor with incredible range, from the romantic lead in The Notebook, to the stoic driver in Drive, to the jazz pianist in La La Land, to the comedic brilliance in The Nice Guys. Gosling has consistently demonstrated his ability to embody wildly different characters while maintaining an authentic emotional core. But perhaps most relevant to his Star Wars casting is his performance as Kay in Blade Runner 2049. In that film, Gosling brought incredible depth and nuance to a character navigating a complex, lived-in sci-fi world. His portrayal of Kay was simultaneously tough and vulnerable, physically capable, yet emotionally conflicted. The restraint and subtlety he showed in that role proves he can thrive in a science fiction setting without overacting or falling into genre cliches. His performance was grounded and human, even when surrounded by spectacular visual effects and high-concept sci-fi elements. This is exactly what Star Wars needs right now. An actor who can bring gravitas and emotional authenticity to the franchise while still capturing that sense of adventure and wonder that defines Star Wars at its best. So what kind of character might Gosling be playing? Let's speculate a bit. The report mentions he'll have a young male Padawan, which strongly suggests Gosling will be playing a Jedi Master or Knight. This would place his character in the traditional mentor role that we've seen throughout Star Wars, from Obi-Wan to Luke to Ahsoka. However, Gosling has often excelled at playing characters with moral complexity. Could we be looking at a Jedi who doesn't perfectly align with the traditional Jedi code? Perhaps someone with a more nuanced view of the Force? Timing is another important factor. Where in the Star Wars timeline will this story take place? The current pattern of Star Wars projects suggests Lucasfilm is filling in different eras. The High Republic era is being explored in books and upcoming TV shows. The prequel era has been covered extensively. The time between episodes 3 and 4 has been mined by Obi-Wan, Andor, and Rebels. The post-ROTJ era is the focus of The Mandalorian and its spin-offs. And the sequel era remains somewhat untouched since The Rise of Skywalker. My speculation? Given the mention of Padawans and the Jedi training structure, this could either be set in the High Republic era or perhaps in the post-ROTJ period when Luke was rebuilding the Jedi Order. Both would allow for a fresh story while maintaining connections to established Star Wars lore. Now let's talk about those 4 major female roles that Lucasfilm is reportedly casting. This is particularly intriguing because it suggests a story with numerous important characters beyond just Gosling and his Padawan. What might these roles be? Here are some possibilities. A fellow Jedi Master or Knight who works alongside Gosling's character, a political figure from the Republic, Empire, or New Republic depending on the era. A smuggler or underworld character who becomes an unlikely ally, a Force-sensitive individual from a different tradition than the Jedi. Family members of either Gosling's character or the Padawan, members of a previously unexplored alien species. The fact that there are 4 substantial female roles is encouraging for representation in the franchise and suggests a story with multiple narrative threads and character arcs. It's worth noting that Star Wars has introduced some incredible female characters in recent years, from Ahsoka Tano to Bo-Katan to Fennec Shand. This trend of creating complex, capable female characters appears to be continuing with this new project. Interestingly, this isn't the first time Ryan Gosling has been connected to Star Wars. Back in 2023, rumors circulated that Gosling was in talks for a role in the Star Wars universe, possibly connected to either The Mandalorian or one of the standalone film projects that was in development. At the time, Gosling himself addressed these rumors in an interview while promoting Barbie, saying he would love to be in Star Wars and that he had grown up watching the original trilogy. He specifically mentioned being a fan of the droids and Jawas as a kid. There were also reports last year that Gosling had met with Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy, though the nature of those meetings wasn't clear at the time. Now it seems those early rumors may have had some truth to them, and those meetings have evolved into a starring role for Gosling in his own Star Wars feature film. This casting news comes at an interesting time for the Star Wars franchise, after the divisive sequel trilogy and a period of soul-searching about the direction of the franchise. Lucasfilm has been more selective about their theatrical projects. The success of shows like The Mandalorian, Andor, and Ahsoka has proven there's still enormous appetite for Star Wars content when it's done with care and creativity. Bringing in an actor of Gosling's caliber signals that Lucasfilm is serious about elevating their theatrical offerings to the same level of quality. It also suggests they're moving beyond the Skywalker saga to tell new stories with new characters while still maintaining the essential elements that make Star Wars. So, there you have it. Ryan Gosling is heading to a galaxy far, far away, and he's bringing a young Padawan, a villain, and 4 major female characters with him. While details are still scarce, the prospect of an actor of Gosling's caliber joining the Star Wars universe is incredibly exciting. What do you think about this casting news? If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and check out some of our other Star Wars news and analysis videos. Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you, always.